Hey, thanks for joining us for another show with NFT stuff. This is Ryan and the crew. We got NFTs in the movies or something. It's going to be awesome. We're going to talk about that. Be sure to like and subscribe. And if we reach 100 subscribers, Mr. Clint over here. Oh, that's not Clint. Did I even have the right person on the thing?
He's making a promise for me.
Oh, yeah, Clint. He's going to... Can I redo this? This is horrible.
No, you can't redo it. Hey, what happens on NFT GUI stays on NFT GUI.
Anyways, Clint will run around in the shorts. I can't drive and talk.
I can't chew gum and
I'm
drive.
kicking it over to this guy.
Oh, he kicked it over to me. All right, well, let's talk about it. This is going to be interesting today, right? We're talking about movies and NFTs. What's going on? Let's look at the article.
The movies come out, just like with everything, right?
Are you kidding me?
Here comes the movie. So, these are two, you said you're familiar with the...
So this is World of Women, and I don't know the other one, Coup, but the World of Women is actually a big project. It's like a women-created project. And a lot of people wanted to get more women in the NFT space because there's a huge disparity. It's mostly men trading NFTs. And World of Women was one of the biggest projects that came out that was headed by women. And so actually Reese Witherspoon wants to partner with World of Women to create some sort of movie. I don't know if it's going to be like an interactive series or a movie about special characters. I'm not sure.
I hope it's a romantic comedy.
It should be.
It's about women, so it's got a
a romantic comedy where the lead is the woman and she's the badass.
Yep.
Yeah,
they meet on open seas.
So it's been a pretty big project.
I would say maybe it's that ugly lizard dude we were talking about last time.
Kevin
Kevin and the World of Women.
This went off the rails really quickly.
I love this. The article in brief. We could take these two snippets. Some notable NFT projects, including World of Women and Aku, are being turned into feature films. How? That's again, we talked about that. How, we don't know. The next one is in other cases, the creators of massive projects have signed representation to explore potential film deals. Now, whenever I see this, they're willing to buy movie rights for anything these days. If there's some kind of following attached to it, and you see that over and over. But I gotta think, like, it brings back flashbacks of Jumanji. It's like, they're making a new Jumanji film. It has literally nothing to do with the original other than people going and becoming part of a game.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just really a reimagining, but it has a name. Yeah, so that's something to mine.
Yeah. It still brings some clout, like Jumanji. That it did well, even though it had their,
they were entertaining. I actually enjoyed them, but it still was like, what? Why did this work?
The Jungle Cruise. That they're like, what ride can? Oh crap! What ride can we turn into a movie?
You gotta exploit it.
Yeah. Well, let's face it. How would a Bored Ape Yacht Club movie go? Would this be some kind of a funny anime, or would it just be some, a director and writer, and they get this big collaboration going, and it really absolutely has nothing to do with anything except that it's Bored Apes Yacht Club, and maybe it is a romantic comedy where they're down in the Keys and somebody finds gold.
It's an origin story.
And
Bored Apes.
Yeah, you guys could write your own story and then submit it. Let's see if you get it on the broadcast there.
It's like the Angry Birds movie, or like, hey, here's this thing. Let's make a creative project.
Let's just take the name.
They don't always do that well. I don't know if Angry Birds did well, but the initial thought for a lot of the NFTs, people that would hold NFTs, they were talking about being able to license your specific NFT. So like Bored Ape Yachts, they have 10,000 of them. So if your specific one gets licensed on a show, you would actually get royalties for that, or if it gets put on a video game or something like that. And so it does kind of talk about it in this article that whether it's your specific NFT or the whole set would be used in video games as well as movies. Maybe it'd be like a side character, but it would give the brand more recognition, and it's kind of cool to see that Easter egg in a movie or a video game.
What do you think? Are we going to see something like this in reverse? like a big movie build-up, and there's an NFT release with it.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't? I mean, that sounds like something that could be relevant.
It's already happening.
Yeah, it's probably in the
Really?
works.
I don't know. I think I may have just said it right here, right now. Has anybody heard anything?
Let's do it.
Look right at this article right here. And it
What's
says,
more?
what's more powerful than allowing fans to directly have participation in the growth and expansion of that IP? Now, you could interpret that as you're giving money to something, you're developing in the growth of it, but I think that this is just scratching the surface. I think that what it's going to be is that is part of the gamification of it, or you get to be a part of
the movie making of the movie.
Exactly.
Independent films would love this.
Well, we've been doing that with Kickstarter for how long now? I mean, let's face it. How many movies have been done on Kickstarter? The Chosen one, the one about Jesus Christ, that was huge. I mean, he's raised millions of dollars on Kickstarter.
I was always surprised by never watched this series, but Veronica Mars. You guys ever watched that?
Who does that?
Not made.
Oh yeah, that's
made for me.
It's a superhero.
It's the young sleuth detective.
And she's her dad. She's with her dad, and anyway.
That's
I watched the first season. Sorry.
That's an example of a TV series with a cult following that had two seasons or something like that. Mm-hmm. But they went to crowdfunding and actually funded a feature-length film it definitely would not have been made otherwise. But as everything creatively keeps getting more and more niche, you're seeing stuff like this. And again, independent movie films, I think that's a really great point, Ryan.
Why do a crowdfund when you could just do an NFT project? And if we believe in it,
then you're funding it from there.
You're funding it. What do you guys think? I mean, you've done a whole bunch of crowdfunding stuff. How do you feel about that?
Well, I've actually talked to a lot of people about how do you combine crowdfunding and NFTs, or there's some kind of marriage there because again, at its roots, you're going straight to the consumer and saying, let's fund this thing. It has nothing to do with investors or gatekeepers. It's directly to the fans, and so
you get more of the money. You might pay some fees in transacting the money to you, but you're not given a big chunk to Kickstarter or any other company that's hosting it.
Right. If you can optimize it correctly and you find the right way, the mix, how to do it, I think there's definitely something there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is like I know I say it in every episode. This is not the end of this. We're going to see this again. We're going to see a lot. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of media, a lot of movies, a lot of music, all of that stuff. The NFT space is just ripe for all of this to smash and hit it, and it's just going to make it more and more legit. Anybody that thinks NFTs are going away, or we talk about the bubble, they're like everything. There's going to be a million different bubbles. I mean, real estate bubble happens. What happens? Does everybody lose their real estate and then it's not worth anything anymore? No. Eventually, it comes back up, and real estate is worth something. So it's not going to go away. We're going to have bubbles. We're going to have craziness, but we're going to also have some movies and have some fun influencers. I think this space is ripe.
Value added.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Well, thank you for tuning in. We want to know, do you want to see Reese Witherspoon's version of the Bored Apes? Can we make that happen? Yeah. We'd love to know it. Who would you cast to be in such a film? And don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll wear shorts.
Matthew McConaughey. That's I want to see him in it.
He's been cast. It's decided. Thanks so much, and we'll see you in the next video.